In talking about the ex-gay movement, people can talk about history, talk about theories, but one of the most powerful things we've seen emerge within the past year is the voice of the ex-gay survivor. People who have tried to do all the steps that were laid out before them earnestly and found that not only did it not work, but it actually caused great harm. And today we have someone from Memphis, Brandon Tidwell, who attended an ex-gay program here in this city, and he's going to share a little of his experience.
Thanks, Pearson. Good morning. 6 years ago, I sat down with my parents and shared with them that I thought I was gay. But to their relief, I was actually headed to Love in Action to be fixed. I believe my only choice was to deny my own soulprint and live an inauthentic and isolated existence as an ex-gay. As a child of the Southern Baptist Church, becoming an ex-gay was the only path that I could follow. The 3 months at Love in Action were sometimes helpful, but more often destructive. While I valued the structured schedule and constant Bible study, the underlying messages I received only condemned me. Messages like, in order to be loved by God, I needed to change myself, rather than allowing myself to be accepted as I was. My homosexuality is my parents' fault, product of my overbearing mother and weak father. If I continued to be gay, I would have no role or even value in the life of the church. Accepting myself as a gay man was plainly unacceptable. Slowly and methodically, the ex-gay movement was destroying me from the inside out. When I came to Memphis in 2002, I'd already spent thousands of dollars on counseling in Dallas. I had joined Exodus, the national movement of ex-gay ministries, and worked to improve my relationship with my father and isolate my mother's damage, clear instructions from the literature of Exodus and other groups. However, no matter how hard I tried or how much money I spent, I could not change who I was. Let me make one thing clear. Love in Action is not solely responsible for the harm it is infringing on individuals and families across this nation. The responsibility falls square on the shoulders of the communities of faith who demand us to change. Communities such as Focus on the Family and their efforts through Love One Out. Though these groups offer hope to parents and their children, their message is destructive to their people and to the church as a whole. They're offering simply a false hope. Now, Focus on the Family in the evangelical church that supports it will not suddenly change their message because of my presence here today. But the tide will change when the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people of faith claim their rightful place at the table of fellowship. It's changing now even as members of the body come out of the closet and into the light of truth and acceptance. One by one, as a child, a friend, or a loved one steps into freedom, the church is learning what Christ meant when He asked all of us to love the world and to love Him. It is for that freedom that we are here and that we share our message, because we were told that the only freedom we had was to be ex-gay. But the message we want to communicate to those who think they have no other options and to their parents is that there is freedom in Christ, freedom to embrace one's identity and to love oneself as a gay, lesbian, bisexual, or transgendered person, and to be at the full table of faith. Thank you for letting me share my story today.